This conference will now be recorded.
Yesterday we learned this example. Today we are going to learn subqueries and correlated subqueries and views and backup table. Today is the final session as per the syllabus. Tomorrow we can take one more session for the interaction and couple of more interesting problems if required. Okay. What is subquery? Subquery is a query inside query. Okay, that's very simple. Don't get confused. Inner query, nested query. People call it in a different way. Just you are writing query inside query. The way we found by using the queries second maximum salaries, that is also called a subquery, is used where and then again one more query is written. It is used when you know how to search the value but do not know exact the value. Subqueries are also used whenever we use the joins. Instead of using the join, we can use subqueries wherever it is possible. Wherever the limitations of subquery is, we cannot use it everywhere, and then joins comes into picture. The joins we can use in every kind of problem. This is the example of subquery where inside query is different. Let's take this query and paste it. Okay. For a better understanding how subquery works. And see here, these are the inside queries. Instead of selecting a just column, I selected the whole table here. Select maximum salary, EMP will become max of salary. Then I did the maximum salary minus sal as a difference. This came the difference. Okay. When you use more than one query inside a query is called subquery. Minimum of sal from EMP. Then you can say my yeah. These are the salaries. This is the maximum minimum salary of the company. This is maximum salary of the company. Like this. We'll go with little difficult problems later. Correlated subqueries, where the inner queries and outer queries both are interdependent. Here is an example. Let's paste this also and check how these are interdependent. When see here, let's start from EMP as E1, where E1 dot sal. This is also executing, and this is also executing by using join. I made it a little complex, but if I really want to execute this query, what is important, select all employees whose salary is less than the average salary of the all employees. I can execute in different way also. What is the select all employees whose salary is less than the average salary of the employee. Let's go by step. Average salary from EMP. Select start with sal is less than limit. This is a simple way to do this. Yeah. 2073. So guys, whatever the queries we have done yesterday for the join, same queries will execute today by using subqueries. Right? This is the query we yesterday executed by using the join. So let's do this same query by using the subquery. Okay. How will you execute? The query says display the employee details who are working in Dallas. Department number. This is the department number are present here also. The Dallas is here, right? The department number in select department number from depart where location is equal to Dallas, right? Instead of using whole join, this is a very simple way, right? What we do for the join, select E dot star D dot star is the D will number and D dot. This is what we do in the join. Instead of join, I can use this subquery. This is a very simple, short, will give the result. So display the name of the department where no employee is working. This we have done yesterday by using join, where department 40 has no employees. This, so I want you to execute by using the subquery. Please write it. The empty table yesterday. Okay, take a 2 minutes and execute the query. Are you writing, guys? What was yesterday's query? Okay. right? I can take only two columns. This is yesterday's query. If I want this kind of result, not necessarily I want this, I can select this only. This is where no employees are working by using joins. How will you do by using subquery? It's been a lot of time taken, guys. I'll write it. Let's start from department where department number not in, select department number from in. This is a subquery. This is a join. Instead of using a join, I can use simple subquery. Okay. Display details of employees who are working in sales department and earning more than $1,500. This also we did yesterday by using joins. Now please execute by using subquery. What was the query yesterday's? Who are working in sale and earning more than 1,500. So I'll add the join query here. Select he dot start d dot dname. I will really have to write all this. No? D dot tm number d dot dname. This is the answer for working in sales having more than 1,500 salary. Right. So how will you write in subquery? Because you guys are not writing anything today. Display name of the employee in subquery I'll write. Let me clear it up. right? Inside queries, you are taking first query, then inside you're executing the one more query which is related to that. No need to write joins. Are you guys understanding? No response from you guys.
Yes, sir.
It's subqueries are very simple. That's why I kept it long. Joins are little complex. When subqueries are not able to execute something, then we use joins. So what is next problem? This is all done we yesterday, right? Display who are earning from grade 2 to grade 4. Execute this. Yesterday we did this through joins, right? Today you do by subquery. Writing. How will you write? Dinesh? Hope you are not on mobile today. Then write, Dinesh. I've told you go to online, download the script which is available, run it on your SQL so that you can generate both EMP and this department table, salary table, execute. This is answer for you. The salary is between grade 2 and grade 4. In the between, I generally write two things. I have to give the two, I have to give the ranges, right? From low to high. There I use the two queries here. You can see here we have used total 3 queries in one big query. Display department name where at least 4 employees are working and display only department name. This also we did yesterday by using join. Now you do by subquery. You were able to write the queries for join. Subqueries are the simplest form of writing the query. I was expecting that you will write every query today. You guys are not responding. Write this. There are few queries which we executed joins. I have not taken it for the subqueries because they are not able to solve using subqueries. Subqueries has limitations. That's why joins has come into picture. Try it, guys. At least you give me wrong queries, but write something. Give me the logic at least. Are you writing or shall I write it? Dinesh Ayappa. No response from you. I will only write then. Select star from what is the display where at least for around more than 3 people are working in the department name. Select star from department. Okay. Department number in select department number from EMP. I can do group by department number having on top. So these two are the departments where more than 3 employees are working. You can see here 20 and 30. For 10 only 3 employees are there. For 20 and 30 there are more than 3 employees are there. Understood, guys, how you can execute the subqueries?
So n number of words can be written in brackets.
Yeah, many ways can be written. Whatever you want to write, you can write. Practice at home. Number of queries you can write, number of ways you can write. This is the not only way, this is one of the ways. If you have a different logic, you write in a different logic. This is all about logic, right? Like mathematics. Solve it in your way. I have taken the same examples. I have taken 2 examples. I have not taken 2 examples of the join because those queries cannot be executed by subquery. Only join is required. You guys heard about view? Please go unmute and tell me what is view. If you know something. What is view? Anybody? View is a virtual table which provides access to a subset of columns for one or more. Right? View is just a query. Any output can be saved as view. View acts like a table, but it is not a table. You can say it's just a stored SQL script. This is a syntax for view. I will tell you now how exactly view can be used. Let's say in your project you are using this every time. This is a requirement. This table is a requirement for your project every time. Every time, most of the times, I would say 80% of the time you are using this particular join. In some cases, in that case, you don't have to write this join every time. If you keep writing the join every time, what will happen? The time consumption will happen. So to avoid that, we have a view like create view emp underscore view as a view1 as the whole query. View created. So if you go select star from emp, this is the table. Okay, you can use it for anything now. Once you create the view, the data have been combined and one more table has been created. But this table is not consuming any data in the database. This table is just a query. This table is just this query. It is not consuming any extra space. This is the major usage of view. Number of times you have to write the joins, number of times you have to write the subqueries. In such cases, you don't have to do the. You can do limited also, like I want only 2 columns every time. Create view as emp underscore 2 as select emp number comma ename from emp. View created, select star from emp underscore v2. This is one more table. But if you see it, this is just a query. This is a table. It acts as a table, but it is not a table. It acts as a query. It will not consume any space in the database. You can use with subquery, you can use with join, anything. This is the basic fund of view. But when it comes to backup table, I generally create the backup table, right? You have seen it. Create table emp underscore v3 as select emp number ename on emp. Table created. You can see the changes here. It says view created. Here it says table created. This is a table, guys. Okay? This has its own space, its own memory, its own everything. So if I make any changes in the emp underscore v3, the changes will happen only in this table. If I make changes in emp underscore v2, the changes will happen in emp table. You want to see that? Let's see. We'll create one more view on emp v3. Create table emp for v. Hope this table is already there. We will already existing. Good. Okay, I will create a view on this. create view emp underscore v4 as select e dot start d dot d name location will be where we I missed this as e. Now view is created. Start from emp underscore v. Okay. So if I make any changes on this table, let's make changes. Update underscore v4 set emp number and the primary key may not change. E name is equal to, instead of Miller, I'll make finish 79. Cannot modify column which maps to non-key pursued table. I'm not able to make changes. Let's see if I can able to make the changes in different. Or we'll create one more view. EMP number. Okay. No, delete it. Delete from underscore v I where 7839. I won't be able to delete this because primary and this might be existing. So if it is deleted, then select start from emp underscore b. You can see here the king record is missing. This is a view advantage also, disadvantage also. If you want to change any code in between in the project, the parent table also will get affected. And if you change anything in the parent table, the view also get affected. This can be used as advantage and also as disadvantage in the view part. But in the backup table, no such thing. Backup table is a separate table. Okay. Also, this is all about SQL, guys. You can go unmute. Let's have an interaction for 5 minutes.